Hello, wrestling fans. My name is Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka because Snatch One, because I got playing around. As you can tell by the title, the thumbnail, of the video. This is my WWE Raw review on high. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all to the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content I do on the channel, and go check out my WWE NXT Deadline review on highlights I did on the channel because it was a good show last night. So alright, so without further ado, let's get started. Now WWE Raw was a mid show, but it had a good ending. WWE Raw was live from Kansas City, Missouri, and T-Mobile Center. Commentary tonight with Joe Testa and Ray Barrett. Then Now Forever Together. The WWE video leads us to the show. Video package this past Friday on SmackDown. The Ring General Gunther defeated LA Knight to win. The last time is now. Gunther will face John Cena this Saturday night's main event. That will be John Cena's final match. John Cena better not lose to Gunther. If John Cena loses to Gunther, I'm going to crash out him all the time. But John Cena better not tap out. But I got John Cena winning at Saturday night's main event. Alright. It says the Ring General Gunther addresses facing John Cena in this final match. The Ring General Gunther makes his way to the ring. Gunther stands in the ring and looks pleased. The crowd loudly chants John Cena. Gunther picks the microphone up and the crowd chants, "We want Cena." Gunther tells him not to get their hopes up because Cena isn't here. Gunther says Gunther says it's his time now. As he walks to the ring and dawn on him by submitting LA Knight, Gunther earns one of the biggest honors of his career. In 5 days, he will be the last opponent in the last match in the career of John Cena. The crowd boos. 17 world championships all the time on the road. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. Gunther has to admit that John Cena is the greatest sports entertainer of all time. This Saturday, John Cena will lose to the best professional wrestler of all time. Gunther has a countdown to Saturday night's main event brought up on the screen. Gunther wants them to see how much time they have left to admire John Cena as our hero. John Cena never gives up. Gunther says beating John Cena on Saturday night's main event isn't enough for him. Gunther will do something that no one has managed before. Gunther will break John Cena's spirit, bully him, drop him on his head, wrap his arm around his neck, and squeeze with everything he has until the last bit of hustle, loyalty, and respect has left his body. He will squeeze until there is only one way out. John Cena will do the one thing he said he will never do. Gunther will force John Cena to give up. Gunther walks off. Solid promo for Gunther. I can't see John Cena tapping out in his final match. Just because I can't see it happening doesn't mean it's the right move to swerve everyone and make it happen. This is a career maker for Gunther. I'm excited to see what they do. Hashtag WWE. But keep that same energy. When John Cena beats Gunther, keep that same energy. And I know John Cena is going to beat Gunther at Saturday night's main event. Why would they have John Cena lose to Gunther? So if John Cena beats Gunther, I'm going to be happy. But the only thing they better not do is they better not cut John Cena's speech just like they did Goldberg. And that's all I gotta say. Pre-show arrivals. Rey Mysterio is shown walking into the T-Mobile Center. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria are walking backstage. Lyra Valkyria will face Roxanne Perez later tonight. World Tag Team Champions AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are here and will defend the titles against the War Raiders. Women's World Champion Stephanie McCarr will join us live. What did the War Raiders do to deserve the WWE Raw Tag Team Champions? Nothing. It doesn't even make sense. Backstage segment. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are walking backstage. Io Sky will face WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Kairi Sane. Video package. Last Monday on Raw, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, and Raquel Rodriguez attacked the majority of the Women's Tag Team division. Io Sky makes her entrance alongside Rhea Ripley. Commercial break. The commentary team talks about the schedule of events of John Cena's final day as the active competitor on Saturday. On Saturday. All right. So we get Io Sky accompanied by Rhea Ripley, versus WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Kairi Sane, accompanied by one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Asuka. This was a good match, in my opinion. Yeah, this was a good match. All right, the bell rings. The bell rings. They lock up at the sound of the bell, and Kairi Sane backs Io Sky into the ropes. Io Sky ducks a back fist, and Kairi Sane puts herself through the ropes to avoid a strike. The crowd chants, "Let's go, Io." Kairi Sane grabs the arm and wrenches it. Io Sky reverses a whip to the corner, but Kairi Sane quickly boots her back. Kairi Sane attempts a hurricanrana, but Io Sky does a handspring and lands on her feet. Io Sky punches Kairi Sane and sends her into the ropes. Kairi Sane hits a moonsault flip, but Io Sky rolls her over for a 2 count. They trade pins before Io Sky nearly grabs the quick victory with La Magistral. Io Sky drops Kairi Sane on the apron, but Kairi Sane knocks her back. Kairi Sane jumps over Io Sky and mocks Io Sky's tongue. Kairi Sane quickly catches her with a head scissors takeover and taunts the crowd. Io Sky hits the ropes, does some handspring and sweeps the feet. Io Sky takes her down and hits a basement drop kick. Kairi Sane rolls out of the ring to recover. Io Sky gets the crowd going and goes to hit the ropes, but Asuka gets on the apron to distract her. Io Sky charges, but Asuka pulls the ropes apart to get her out of the ring. Rhea Ripley magically approaches Asuka. Kairi Sane then hits Io Sky with a diving form off the apron. Commercial break. Back from commercial break, Kairi Sane is walking the plank as she sides Io Sky up. Kairi Sane goes for a sliding elbow, but Io Sky boosts her neck. Io Sky connects with some shote uppercuts followed by a flapjack. Kairi Sane reverses a whip to the corner, but Io Sky twists through the ropes and kicks her back. Io Sky hits a springboard missile drop kick. Io Sky celebrates and backs up for a bullet train attack to pick up a 2 count. Io Sky steps on her and goes to the top rope. Kairi Sane cuts her off and puts her in a trio roll. Kairi Sane stomps away at her and goes to the top rope for a diving double stomp out of the trio roll to pick up a near fall. Kairi Sane pulls Io Sky up. Io Sky ducks some strikes and kicks her in the knee before hitting one to the skull. Io Sky pulls her up and goes for a double on hook facebuster, but Kairi Sane lands on her feet and hits a sliding forearm. Io Sky rolls to the apron, so Kairi Sane follows her out there. Kairi Sane goes for a slam on the apron, but Io Sky lands on her feet and hits Kairi Sane with a German suplex. That's the hardest part of the ring. Io Sky hits a moonsault on Kairi Sane for putting her back in the ring. Io Sky kicks Kairi Sane back, putting her in a drop zone. Io Sky goes to the top rope, but Kairi Sane distracts the referee. Asuka sweeps Io Sky's feet and puts her in a trio roll. Rhea Ripley and Asuka began to brawl, and at ringside, Rhea Ripley kicks her in the head and sends her into the timekeeper's area. Kairi Sane climbs the top rope for another aerial stomp, but Io Sky props up and slams her down to the mat. Io Sky connects with a beautiful over the moonsault for the win. The winner by pinfall, Io Sky. This was a good match between Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley celebrate in the ring and embrace. The Vision's locker room. Paul Heyman is talking with Bron Breakker and Britt Bronson Reed when a furious Logan Paul walks in. Logan Paul asks if they saw Rey Mysterio slap him in the face and says something has to be done. Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed stand up and said it would be handled tonight. Paul Heyman asks to talk to Paul Heyman. Logan Paul says that Rey Mysterio's situation is getting handled tonight. Paul Heyman says for the first time in Paul Heyman's life, he has backup. Logan Paul appreciates the backup, but he wants Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed to know that if they get in trouble, he's their backup as well. Paul Heyman says he loves that idea before handling Paul Heyman a pair of brass knuckles. Handling Logan Paul a pair of brass knuckles just in case. They chuckle as Logan Paul puts them on. Paul Heyman turns to Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed says he likes Paul. He likes Logan Paul. Anyway, let me continue. Backstage segment. Rey Mysterio is walking backstage. He walks by the New Day and Grayson Waller, who are engaging in a heated argument with Raw General Manager Adam Pearce. Rey Mysterio will face Finn Balor next. Commercial break. Video package. The World Raiders says they are stronger than ever and will be champions again. As Rey Mysterio makes his entrance, he attacked from behind by Logan Paul. Logan Paul attacks Rey Mysterio at ringside and gets him in the ring, preparing him with strikes. Logan Paul puts the brass knuckles on, but Rey Mysterio boots him away. Rey Mysterio punches back, but Logan Paul elbows him away. Rey Mysterio quickly knocks him into the ropes for a 619. Rey Mysterio hits the ropes, but the masked mystery man from Survivor Series super kicks him down. The masked man hits Rey Mysterio with the Seth Rollins stomp, then runs off, pursued by security. We already know that's Austin Theory. I said in my WWE War Games review on House, that is Austin. The masked mystery man is Austin Theory. It is not Montez Ford. It is not Trick Williams. It is not Jacob Fatu. Why would Montez Ford, Trick Williams, and Jacob Fatu attack CM Punk? That don't make any sense. The only thing that makes sense is Austin Theory attacks CM Punk. Like I said, if Austin Theory joins the division, it'll be a perfect decision. And that's all I gotta say. It's facts. But anyway, let me continue. The referee helps Rey Mysterio up, and Logan Paul rocks Rey Mysterio with the brass knuckles. LA Knight runs down for the save, so Logan Paul gets out of the ring. LA Knight checks on Rey Mysterio and says if that is Seth Rollins in a hoodie, he'll have an assured and some and stomps his head into the mat. As for Logan Paul, he didn't know the division could suck more, and then he joined them. LA Knight then says things haven't been going his way, but he can't really watch Logan Paul treat a legend like that. Logan Paul will pay, not later, but tonight, yeah. Good heat segment for Logan Paul beating up Rey Mysterio. The masked man from Survivor Series showing up and did several moves again. I'm not looking forward to him being revealed. That's Austin Theory. I can't take that guy seriously. Hashtag WWE. It is Austin Theory. So you might as well take it seriously. It is Austin Theory. Like I said, it's not Trick Williams, and it's not Jacob Fatu, and it's not Montez Ford who attacks CM Punk. The only answer is Austin Theory. Look at Austin Theory's body weight and the consistency of his body weight. You can tell that's Austin Theory. Austin Theory hit a super kick, and that's all I gotta say. But the mystery mask, the mystery mask man is Austin Theory, and that is my final answer. All right. It says, it says great. I already read this part. So we go to commercial break. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee will battle Juwan Evans of NXT and TNA X Division champion Leon Slater at Saturday night's main event. Juwan Evans is showing at ringside. Who booked that match for Saturday night's main event? Who booked that? We don't know. World Tag Team Champions, the World Raiders Eric and Ivar versus Dragon Lee and AJ Styles. And this tag team match right here, I ain't even gonna lie, this was a decent tag team match. The bell rings and the New Day appears at ringside with Grayson Waller. AJ Styles takes Eric down and tags Dragon Lee in, who hits a slingshot dropkick. Dragon Lee knocks Ivar off the apron. and hits a basement dropkick on Eric for a 1 count. Dragon Lee pulls Eric up and tags AJ Styles in. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee hit Eric with a double team back elbow. Eric quickly rocks AJ Styles with a forearm and tags in Ivar. And tags Ivar in. I'm sorry. AJ Styles quickly gets the War Raiders out of the ring. Dragon Lee goes for a crossbody block of the apron, but the War Raiders catches him. AJ Styles goes for a diving attack, but the War Raiders throws AJ Dragon Lee into AJ Styles. Eric sends Dragon Lee flying before Ivar splashes AJ Styles into the ledge apron. So we go to commercial break. Alright. Back from the break. AJ Styles fights out of the War Raiders corner. Ivar quickly boots AJ Styles down and tags Eric in. Ivar knocks Dragon Lee off the apron. The War Raiders strikes AJ Styles down for a 2 count. Ivar tags in and starts to brawl with AJ Styles. AJ Styles hits a Pele kick and both men are down. Dragon Lee tags Eric in. Dragon Lee attacks Ivar and hits Eric with a running Hurricanrana. Dragon Lee clotheslines Eric over the top rope and strikes away at Ivar. Eric quickly puts Dragon Lee on the top rope, but Dragon Lee knocks him back. Dragon Lee hits an aerial stomp. Dragon Lee knees Ivar in the face and tries to lift him. Dragon Lee gets him up on his shoulders, but he falls back. Dragon Lee tries again and drops him. Dragon Lee then powers Ivar up and hits a Death Valley driver. Dragon Lee hits a running body block on Ivar for a near fall. Dragon Lee rolls away from Ivar, but Ivar comes back with their corner seated senton. Eric tags in. The War Raiders goes for a double team slam, but Dragon Lee hits the ropes with a double Hurricanrana. Dragon Lee goes for a Hurricanrana off the apron on Eric, but Eric powers him up. Dragon Lee knocks him back and charge, but Eric processes him off the apron into the Ivar's arms, who hits a power slam on the floor. Ivar gets in as Dragon Lee is put in the ring. Ivar hits a Magnum moonsault on Dragon Lee 1-2. AJ Styles breaks it up just in time. AJ Styles and Eric tag in. Excuse me. They trade blows. Eric avoids a Pele kick and knees him in the face for a 2 count. Kofi Kingston shouts that Eric needs to hook the legs. Kofi Kingston calls him an idiot. Ivar tags in and Eric slams AJ Styles. AJ Styles charges, but Eric throws him into Ivar. AJ Styles hits the top rope Hurricanrana, knocking Ivar into Eric. Dragon Lee wipes out Eric with a somersault senton in the ring. AJ Styles hits Ivar with a phenomenal forearm for the win. Winners by pinfall and still your world tag team champions, Dragon Lee and AJ Styles. The New Day gets in the ring, threatens AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. The Usos head to the ring through the crowd. They take their time getting to the ring, as everyone in the ring waits. The Usos gets in the ring and Lee in an area wide yeet. The Usos take some microphones, but the crowd wants them to run it back. The Usos oblige and yeet some more. Main event: Jey Uso, who is totally blown up, agrees the crowd. Jimmy Uso says they have a big announcement. They are back in the tag team division. They've been getting hit hard, taking L after L. War Games and WrestlePalooza L. Jey Uso's practical lost a ton. Jey Uso isn't happy when Jimmy Uso running over a list of his failures. Jimmy Uso asks him what they're doing. Jey Uso says they're going to get back to us. They're going to block the noise, body them all, and put the tag team on notice. The best tag team is now in your city. Jey Uso says they need gold. Jimmy Uso gives respect to the tag team champions, but they don't know about them. Jey Uso says the New Day knows them. It's Rock versus Austin. Jey Uso says they run through the New Day like they always do. Then they take the gold from Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods for a blindside, but the Usos punch them down. Grayson Waller stands there, nervously asks to run it back before running off. The Usos goes face to face with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Very good tag team match with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, which is I agree. Going over the War Raiders, the match was an afterthought. Who the Usos coming out after and announcing they're back into the tag team division. Hashtag WWE Raw. Let me take a sip of my water. Alright. Video package this January. Yeah, this video package this January 30th and 31st from Saudi Arabia. SmackDown and the Royal Rumble will take place. Backstage segment. Women's World Champion Stephanie McMahon is walking backstage. We'll hear from her next, so we go to commercial break. Carter Jensen of the Kansas City Royals is at ringside. Women's World Champion Stephanie McMahon addresses what's next for her. Jackie Redmond is in the ring and introduces Stephanie McMahon. Women's World Champion Stephanie McMahon makes her entrance and gets in the ring. Jackie Redmond congratulates Stephanie McMahon on destroying Nikki Bella at Survivor Series to retain the title. She's on a massive run. Who's next? Stephanie McMahon says she wants to face everyone. She is not someone who talks too much. She speaks through her actions and proves who the best wrestler on the planet is. Stephanie McMahon says it's not because of the Devil's Kiss. She is the best. Nikki Bella is a legend, but today the women's division is different from 15 years ago. We now have Becky, Rhea Ripley, Bayley, and Natalya, and Io Sky. Stephanie McMahon is the person at the top. But why y'all didn't put Stephanie McMahon on the WrestleMania 42 trailer? That was so disrespectful. Stephanie McMahon has beaten Io Sky for the vacant Women's World Championship. Then Naomi has to relinquish the Women's World Championship, and they gave it to straight Stephanie McMahon. But you mean to tell me that you're not going to put Stephanie McMahon on the WrestleMania 42 trailer? That is so disrespectful by WWE. Alright, let me continue. Nikki Bella interrupts. The WWE Hall of Famer says Kansas City doesn't deserve her presence. She's a Hall of Famer, a legend, and a celebrity. Nikki Bella says she isn't done with Stephanie McMahon. Nikki Bella demands a rematch. Raquel Rodriguez runs down and grabs Nikki Bella before Lauren darting in Hall of Famer into the ring post. Raquel Rodriguez gets in the ring and speaks in Spanish. Raquel Rodriguez tells Stephanie McMahon to name the time and the place to take Stephanie McMahon's title. Alright, this was okay. This promo was okay for what it was. Just a segment with Stephanie McMahon. I figured that with Vince McMahon gone, the fetish of forcing people who are ESL to speak random segments like this was over. Apparently not. I do like Raquel Rodriguez getting even with Nikki Bella before interfering in her title match. A few. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on, man. So we go to the backstage segment. We go to the backstage. We go to the backstage segment. Where was I? It says LA Knight is warming up. He'll face Logan Paul later tonight. Backstage, commercial break. Video package WWE talks about John Cena's WrestleMania. John Cena's final match against Gunther takes place this Saturday night. Saturday night's main event. But like I said earlier, John Cena better not lose to Gunther by a tap out. John Cena better not lose. So I got John Cena beating Gunther at Saturday night's main event. Anyway, the Judgment Day Club house. Finn Balor is with Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez is happy he didn't have to wrestle tonight. Raquel Rodriguez walks up and Liv Morgan asks what that was about. Raquel Rodriguez says she doesn't have to run everything about Liv Morgan. Nikki Bella interferes in her title match a few weeks back, so that was payback. Liv Morgan then changes her tone and sports Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez walks off, and Liv Morgan gets a crazy look on her face before smiling and turning to Roxanne Perez, saying she'll be in her corner. Liv Morgan says they're going to go for the tag team titles and put her away. Finn Balor shrugs and Dominic Mysterio says they're bonding. I see tensions with the Judgment Day. They're about to break up. So, in my honest opinion, I think Finn Balor is gonna get kicked out of the Judgment Day. So Finn Balor can go after Dominic Mysterio's Intercontinental Championship. It's the only way. So I think y'all gonna kick Finn Balor out. So Finn Balor's gonna be a babyface. So Finn Balor's gonna go after Dominic Mysterio's Intercontinental Championship. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind seeing that. All right. So Ruka of NXT is at ringside. She'll face Bayley at Saturday night's main event. Sign me up to see that. It's something new. It's something fresh. Lyra Kira accompanied by Bayley versus Roxanne Perez accompanied by Liv Morgan. And this match right here, this was a solid match. What it was. Jackie Remy is in the ring and introduces Stephanie McCure. I already read this already. So yeah, wait, yes I did. It says Women's World Champion Stephanie McCure addresses I read that part already. Yeah, I sure did. Then it says the Judgment Day Clubhouse. So we right here. Lyra Kira accompanied by Bayley versus Roxanne Perez accompanied by Liv Morgan. This was a this match right here. I might as well say this was a good match in my opinion. The bell rings and Roxanne Perez rolls her under a lockup. Roxanne Perez tries it again, but Lyra Kira grabs her and puts her on her feet. Lyra Kira pushes Roxanne Perez to the corner and hits a double wrist lock suplex for a 2 count. Lyra Kira executes a nice pin combination for a 2 count. Roxanne Perez ducks a spin kick and knocks Lyra Kira back. Roxanne Perez sends Lyra Kira into the ropes, but Lyra Kira sweeps the feet and hits a basement drop kick. Lyra Kira hits a Northern Light suplex for a 2 count. Roxanne Perez rolls out of the ring to recover. Lyra Kira goes for the wrecking ball drop kick, but she comes up short. Roxanne Perez sends Lyra Kira into the ring steps. Roxanne Perez smashes the arm off the steps and pulls with Liv Morgan. Alright, let's move on. And pulls this again. Where was I at? So it says we go to commercial break. Roxanne Perez smashes her arm off the steps and pulls with Liv Morgan. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Roxanne Perez is stretching Lyra Kira's arms. Lyra Kira stalls Roxanne Perez to get out. Roxanne Perez sends her into the ropes, but Lyra Kira hits a running crossbody for a 2 count. Roxanne Perez twists out, and they start trading pins. Lyra Kira hits a sit-out powerbomb before she can fall up due to her injured arm. Lyra Kira hits a pair of clotheslines, followed by some kicks. Roxanne Perez avoids a kick and goes for a cartwheel knee drop, but Lyra Kira avoids it. Lyra Kira knocks her out of the ring and hits a reckoning ball drop kick. Lyra Kira looks at Liv Morgan and gets Roxanne Perez in the ring. Lyra Kira hits a diving crossbody block for a near fall. Lara Kira attempts a suplex, but Roxanne Perez wraps her legs around her and grabs at the injured arm. Lara Kira powers her up and drops her on the top rope. Roxanne Perez snaps Lara Kira off the top rope and hits a head scissors into a facebuster. Roxanne Perez follows up with a cartwheel knee drop for a 2 count. Roxanne Perez applies an armbar. Lara Kira fights out, blocks a kick, and hits a German suplex. Lara Kira lifts her, but Roxanne Perez rakes her eyes as Liv Morgan distracts the referee. Bayley pulls Liv Morgan off the apron. Roxanne Perez attacks Bayley. Lara Kira rolls her up for a 2 count. Lara Kira attempts night ring, but Roxanne Perez gets out. Lara Kira rolls her up, and Roxanne Perez kicks out, knocking her into Liv Morgan, who kicks her in the face. Roxanne Perez hits a pop rock for the win. The winner by pinfall, Roxanne Perez. This was a good match. Good match with Roxanne Perez and Lara Kira. They match up really well. I agree with that. Hashtag WWE Raw. Video package. Tiffany Stratton stars in a WrestleMania Vegas commercial. But still, why y'all didn't put Stephanie McCure in the WrestleMania 42 Vegas commercial? Why y'all didn't do that? But WWE, y'all disrespected Stephanie McCure for not putting Stephanie McCure in WrestleMania Vegas commercial. That is so disrespectful. And Stephanie McCure is your women's world champion. But anyway, let me continue. Backstage segment. Logan Paul is warming up for his match against LA Knight. Commercial break. Video package. Matching Dupree training intensively under Natalia's to lag. They did wrestle, and Matching Dupree forces Natty to tap out to an ankle lock. Matching Dupree gets up and says again, "Y'all, when Matching Dupree comes back, y'all better book her. Y'all better book her strongly, cause Matching Dupree will be a beast. But still, Maxine Dupree has never did nothing with the Women's Intercontinental Championship. But y'all better book Maxine as a beast, bro. Maxine Dupree and Natalya were going at it, and I enjoyed that cinema video package. They went at it. Maxine Dupree and Natalya went at it. All right, let me continue. Video package. John Cena says the piece of audience criticism that stuck with him was you can't wrestle. John Cena admits he was doing 5 moves and challenging himself to do more. John Cena / Tom Rinaldi interview premieres on YouTube after Raw. The commentators talk about the card for Saturday night's main event, featuring John Cena's last match. LA Knight makes his entrance. The main event is next. Commercial break. So we get the main event of the evening. So we get LA Knight versus the Maverick Logan Paul, coming by Paul Heyman. And this match right here, this match right here, this main event match right here, that main event match itself was, I might as well say that main event match was okay. It was just a match, but I gotta give it a solid main event. It was just solid for what it was. All right, it says right here. Let me go up right quick so I can read it. Logan Paul attacks LA Knight in the bell rings. LA Knight fights back and takes it to Logan Paul. LA Knight suplexes him into the ring for a 2 count. LA Knight hits an inverted atomic drop and clotheslines him. Logan Paul rolls out of the ring and avoids a plancha. LA Knight lands on the apron and dives off with a clothesline. LA Knight clears the commentary table, so Logan Paul attacks him from behind. Logan Paul gets in the ring, so LA Knight pulls him out. LA Knight bounces Logan Paul's face off the commentary table. LA Knight elbows Logan Paul in the chest and gets him in the ring for a slingshot battering ramp to pick up a 2 count. Logan Paul quickly fires back with a clothesline. LA Knight ducks a right hand and goes for a back suplex, but Logan Paul flips through. and lands on his feet. Logan Paul hits a zigzag for a 2 count. Commercial break. We come back from the break to see LA Knight pull Logan Paul off the ropes and punches away at him. Logan Paul quickly hits a hot shot on the top rope before connecting with the alley oop for a 2 count. Logan Paul punches away at LA Knight. LA Knight fights back, ducks a pair of clotheslines, and they dive in the clothesline. LA Knight hits a Russian leg sweep before sending him to the corner for a neck breaker to pick up a 2 count. LA Knight stumps Logan Paul down in the corner and backs up for a running knee in the face. LA Knight puts Logan Paul on the top rope for a superplex, but Bron Breakker and Big Bronson Reed come out. Logan Paul knocks LA Knight down with his diving crossbody block for a 2 count. An OTC champ picks up. Logan Paul goes for a Paul Verizer, but LA Knight counters with a reverse DDT. LA Knight pops up and goes for the second rope. Does some thread tricks, leap to the top rope, and hits a diving elbow drop. LA Knight signals for the end before punching Bron Breakker off the apron. The referee admonishes Bron Breakker as Bronson Reed headbutts LA Knight down. The referee then ejects Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker from ringside. LA Knight knocks Bronson Reed off the apron and hits Logan Paul with a baseball slide. LA Knight punches away at Logan Paul over the commentary table. The masked mystery man reappears and gives LA Knight a stomp on the table. LA Knight gets in the ring and hits a low fall splash for the winner. The winner by pinfall, Logan Paul. This was just a solid main event. Logan Paul holds LA Knight up and Bron Breakker hits a massive spear. Bronson Reed then crushes LA Knight with a 2 tsunamis. The referee and the medical personnel pull LA Knight out of the ring. Commercial break. The Vision is in the ring with Logan Paul. The crowd is booing. Logan Paul says Paul Heyman he doesn't understand why the people are booing. A camera shows a broken LA Knight being carried backstage. Paul Heyman says when you live in a hellhole like Kansas City, where you don't even know if it's Kansas City or Missouri, Paul Heyman can tell that LA Knight January 5th on his first anniversary of Netflix and WWE joining together, you will have a new World Heavyweight Champion of the world. His name is Bron Breakker. The crowd barks as Bron Breakker takes the microphone. A CM Punk chant picks up. Bron Breakker has no question. Where is CM Punk? CM Punk isn't here because if he were, it would be 2 losses on his back-to-back days in Kansas City. Bron Breakker doesn't mean where CM Punk physically is. Bron Breakker means where is the CM Punk? This nice guy. CM Punk is something he's not buying or believing. All of a sudden, he comes back to WWE and follow all the rules. Bron Breakker says CM Punk is a fraud. Imagine preaching your whole career that you're straight edge and not doing drugs, only to look like the biggest crackhead anyone has seen. Bron Breakker says CM Punk might as well vacate the world championship, and if he keeps his energy, if he keeps this energy, Bron Breakker will beat him easily. Bron Breakker wants to face the old CM Punk, the guy from 2011, 2012, and 2013. That guy beat The Rock. He did and went on a 434-day run with the title. Bron Breakker gets on his feet and begs CM Punk to give him the old CM Punk. Bron Breakker wants to be the greatest superstar to ever face it, ever lace a pair of boots. This, if he doesn't get that CM Punk, he will destroy him and put him in a hospital. Bron Breakker takes his title and takes his wife, and will take his wife as well. The cameraman shows a derelict LA Knight trying to walk off on its own. Bronson Reed and Logan Paul run off. Bron Breakker says on January 5th it will be Spear versus it would be Spear versus it would be Spear 1, 2, 3. Alright. We go backstage to see Bronson Reed and Logan Paul attacking LA Knight. LA Knight tries to fight them off, but they cut him off. Logan Paul and Bronson Reed hit LA Knight with a powerbomb through the table. Bronson Reed says they run WWE. Bronson Reed noticed LA Knight is still trying to get. What was I? Bronson Reed, LA Knight hit. I'm sorry. We go backstage and we see Bronson Reed and Logan Paul attacking LA Knight. LA Knight tries to fight them off, but they cut him off. Logan Paul and Bronson Reed hit LA Knight with a powerbomb through the table. Bronson Reed says they run WWE. Bronson Reed knows LA Knight is still trying to get up. Bronson Reed grabs LA Knight and drops him on a car hood. Bronson Reed climbs some crates and tells Logan Paul to put LA Knight onto the car. Logan Paul attacks LA Knight and puts him on the car's roof. Bronson Reed then crushes LA Knight with a tsunami on the car roof. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce runs over and demands some medics. Alright, that was the best part throughout the entire show, the ending. Alright. It says, just a match with Logan Paul and LA Knight. The great stuff was out there with the beatdown in the Bron Breakker promo, followed by the tsunami on the car roof. The vision looks great tonight. But W promo by Bron Breakker, that was like 2 back-to-backs. So me and Showstopper TV are 2 for 2. That Bron Breakker cut a good promo. That's 2 back-to-back promos. From one last week and one this week. It says a good effort for a WWE Raw episode in December. It is a huge week for the company with John Cena's final match on Saturday night's main event. I can't believe I'll be recapping it. We've been recapping it. It's going to be special, and it's going to be emotional at the same time when John Cena leaves the WWE. It's going to go from John Cena retiring in 2025 to AJ Styles retiring in 2026. And that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, and WWE Raw goes off the air. And yeah, man. Let me give my honest opinion what I think about WWE Raw. Now, WWE Raw was a mid-show, but it had a good ending because Bron Breakker was the best. Bron Breakker's promo was the best throughout the entire show. And that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Raw review on highlights, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning over towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more rest content I do on the channel. Make sure you guys go check out my WWE NXT Deadline review on highlights because that was a good show by itself. Go check out my WWE SmackDown review on highlights as well. And also, go check out my AEW Dynamite review on highlights. And that's all I gotta say. But anyway, I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I will be going live on Twitch tomorrow for some WWE NXT watch along live reactions. And that's all I gotta say. So have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kids, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I'll see you guys on my upcoming world premiere for my WWE Robert Beyond Heights at around 5 o'clock a.m. right here on my YouTube channel. So have a great night and stay too sweet. And I'm out of here. Gang.